In today's episode, we get to the depths of gikomba.
Uko unazongelesha mpaka ujichukie wewe mwenyewe useme hey.
You heard me right? Gikomba. You guys think that gikomba is the hardest place to hack? We have the hacker in place.
Unajua watu wanaingianga gikomba wanajua nikienda kutafuta mali sitakosa.
Yeah.
You can go to gikomba and come back empty-handed.
True. Or come back with everything that is nothing.
Yeah.
So Light Check Kemboy is a very well-known bestseller in gikomba, and she's going to give us the details of how to start with what you have and to grow to where you want to be.
You find umekatiwa bell, watu wengine wamekuzunguka hapo, ndio unakula kamera umeketi juu. Umeketi kwa kibanda juu na mama wako kukata. So usipokula hiyo ngo vizuri unajua ile unatupa ile yenye utaki, unatupa yenye utaki. When you throw them away, then the people who are surrounding you takes it as second camera.
Stay tuned because we have all what you need for you to start. Hello everybody. Welcome to Power Talk, the biggest, the baddest, the best show in existence. And of course, we will never fail you. Our guest today is here with a lot in store for you. Hey, when you see her, you see content. Vile tu ako, hata akili iko hivyo. So thank you so much, Light, for joining us. Please introduce yourself.
Wow. My name is Light. It's such a pleasure to be here with Martha, and I'm born again. I love God. On top of that, I'm a businesswoman. I am a mom, and I am a friend too to this young girl.
Yeah, we have come a long way. Yani, these are those friendships that have survived decades. Like over a decade ago, and we've come from high school, from all those walks of life, and now we are here doing content together.
I tell you.
Who thought? You know, I am trying to look back, and I'm asking myself, where if I was in that seat, because I was seated, most of the time I was seated right in front of you, and you are right behind me. Who could have known this is where the future would bring us to?
I wonder, and why will those teachers put you in front and you're the choppy?
Yeah.
Why?
Wait, who was the choppy?
You.
No, me. Yes. Well, tulikuwa hapa tunakula vitabu pamoja.
Tulikula vitabu sana.
Tulikula vitabu sana, and we did so well. Sindio?
Yes.
Light, just as her name says, is truly light to your life. She just radiates light. She's amazing. She has come here in white. She's just bringing light. So today she has said she's a businesswoman, and trust you me, she is indeed a business, in capital letters, a businesswoman, a lady who is very, very well acquainted and deft in skill with what she does. Huyu ni mtu amelewa gikomba vizuri. And let me tell you, kama kuna mahali kuna pesa. When you look at her, she looks money because she knows what she does. So Light, you are very good at what you do, and that is why we wanted to hear from you today. You have handled small businesses, and apart from you growing, you have helped other people grow their businesses from scratch, and you have even helped them understand how to go up. You have even help them to understand how to go about businesses. So I want you to help us understand how does Mutumba, ebu tueleze, because hii kitu watu hawajui ndio iko na mamilioni. Mutumba business iko aje? Tell us the foundations of starting it, capital, etc. Just help us understand hii kitu ni gani na ni nini.
Okay, so basically Mutumba is not a huge concept. Like you can think of it like a mountain you can't dig through. Mutumba is such quite an easy business like any other business. It's being run like any other kind of a business basically. But it's quite a good business. I am who I am today because of Mutumba business. I started quite early in 2020, I believe, when I'd hit the rock bottom, had nothing else to do. Yeah. I was nursing a very young baby, and I needed to be closer to that child, you know, the way you feel, let me give birth, I want to take care of this baby.
Yeah.
Right? So at that point, I didn't have capital per se. I borrowed someone 2,000 Kenyan shillings.
Wow.
I know when I say 2,000 Kenyan shillings, people will come running after me because they think 2,000 is quite small. You're lying to us.
In this Kasongo economy, what is 2,000?
Not Kasongo economy, you get?
Yes.
But I started with 2,000, which I borrowed. And I was not sure of what I was going to get. I just knew I'm going to gikomba. I want to do something, I don't know what, and whatever costs, let it be. So I went and saw some nice fancy night dresses, and there was a lady at that time. I was in a group. She was really doing something big with the ladies, and she had that mass of ladies in her group. So I picked the dresses, ironed them. Like those times I didn't know how to take good photos. They were bad, but I went and bought and spent around 15,000, transport included, and then ironed. I bought one at 50 bob, so I could iron, take a photo and sell it at 400 bob. Do you know what that means? 350 shillings profit.
Definitely.
That is not something easy, so I did it, and then that's how I grew. I grew from picking pieces to now. I remember my first bale was a bale of fleece trousers, and then when going to buy it, I actually thought it has both bottom and up, but turns out it was just bottom. Nilikaribishwa gikomba in short. So
hata mimi nimekuwa hizo streets.
Shaikaribishwa.
Kuna mtu anakosanga kukaribishwa. Gikomba iko na wenyewe. So if you are new there, it is like being stolen upon in Nairobi. Lazima ukaribishwe.
So I was giving my story so that I can go somewhere with capital. So I could save the profit back and sum it up to the capital so that my capital increases. So I remember buying a small phone, Katululu. With a till number now, I've upgraded. I've gone to Safaricom. I've gotten a till. Every time was tutit. My heart will jump.
I know, right?
So my capital grew from 2K to 10K. So until to a point I started getting the bills. From there now again, I started becoming a broker, whereby I could pick a bill from someone else's store. Maybe for example they are selling it to me at 10,000, I'll sell it at 11,000 or at most 12,000. So again, that's how I grew my capital to get my own bills. So it's quite a journey. It's a process. You can't just wake up and become.
Hey, tell us that process, because now we want to understand, how am I able to become that broker who eventually breaks through, because not every broker has been able to get to your position where now you can get your own bills. How am I able to get from that place where mimi nimetoka kwa 2K nimeenda nika broker na sasa niko na bills zangu? Can you tell us what stands out when it comes to a person who wants to now grow? What do they actually need to do?
For a person to grow, I'll say they need a lot of discipline, because discipline eventually is everything. Not only in business, but I think generally in life, you need to be disciplined. So you have to be a person. Today, I've broke maybe 2,000. Do you spend the whole 2,000? You have to be in a position to know that I can spend 500, maybe on your needs, then 500 on other needs if you have kids, and then 1,000 back to your capital.
So you have to keep feeding your business at the initial stages.
Eventually you have to do that on and on and over and over again, because I still do that. I don't eat all my profit, because if I do, I'll go home.
So profit is not just profit.
Profit is not just profit. You have to be disciplined and you have to be consistent, because now if you're not consistent with doing the same thing that you want it to grow, then it can never grow. If you are on today, tomorrow you're off, how do you grow? It becomes hard. So discipline is the key thing there.
So now you've talked about bills. Manze, kama kuna kitu gwaruzanga watu kichwa, tunajikuna, because people fear, how can I buy a bill and be sure that I'm going to get even? Not just about, I want good things, I want the best quality. Now, how am I able to identify a good one? Because people have also gone through the saddest stories. Tell us the balance of how people choose bills in gikomba, and how you'd advise somebody who wants to enter in a business where they want to buy bills instead of pieces.
Now the truth is, as suppliers, we don't get to package those bales.
Yeah.
So as they come in, we don't know what is inside the bale, but you can only tell that this is a mixed dress because it's come labeled in a label that is saying this is a mixed dress, 45 kgs bale, you get. So we don't know exactly how it will look inside, but what most people do is they look at the brightness of what is inside of the bale. Now that's how people choose bales. But again, now for us who are supplying, what keeps the chain going is that when you buy today and you come back tomorrow, then that tells us that the bale is good.
Yeah.
So I cannot sit here and say there is no bad bale. Sometimes it happens. A bale of mixed dress can come out as skirts, and that is human error from the factories. Yes. That is human error from the factories. So it's quite simple. If you're understanding person, or if you are someone, some people get the bale, it turns out bad, and they want to burst it out on you. Hey, you've given me a bad bale. They don't want to give you time even to express yourself and to make them understand that it is not your problem. So you talk with your supplier and tell them, hey, this is a mixed dress bale, it has turned out to be skirts, what can we do? So most of the times we relay that information to our suppliers. They can shoot down the price, and now I can even give you a discount on the same bale because you have opened it. We can't take it back. You sell the skirts, but again I've given you some of the money back and given it to you at the price of the skirts. Yeah, but bad bales are there, and it's business because not all days are rosy. Now you have to be, and you have to take advantage of the days when you get a good bale to maximize on everything. You get good profits on such days, so that when you get a bad bale, then again you sit down and remember, I've ever gotten this kind of bales and they have given me profit, so this one time is not such a it cannot make you go down. Yeah.
So now I have bought clothes in bills, as we've said. How do you determine the pricing of an item? Because your bill may come, all clothes are there, probably 100 pieces, and I've bought it at probably 50,000 shillings. So
50,000.
Okay.
No.
Akunanga bill 50k.
Eco, but it depends.
By the way, why are other bills more expensive than others?
It's because of the packaging. It's also because of the buying price, because you see, even children clothes, we have one for 34,000, and it's because it has small clothes for children 0 to 6 years. It's basically how it's being sold to us, so that determines.
So it doesn't mean that it is having better quality things.
No.
So I can just go for lower price than get a good.
The thing is, we have grade 1 and we have grade 2 and we have grade 3. Now you have to understand that grade 3 is lower in quality than grade 2, and grade 2 is lower in quality than grade 1. Grade 1 is up there in terms of quality. So prices mostly of grade 1 items are higher than grade 2. It's quite logic.
Okay. So now, how do you determine the pricing after I have bought this bill?
Now, after you've bought a bill, you have to sit down and categorize the items in a bill. Hapo sasa ndio unasikianga there is first camera, there is second camera, there is fagia. Now for camera is just
akunanga that camera.
Akunanga that camera.
So that
inakwanga tu camera, second camera na fagia. Sasa first camera ni zile nguo kali. Yaani hata ukitoa nguo hivi kwa bill unaona kama hiyo top yako venye ni kali, unajua ini camera. Then you have to separate your cameras, your second cameras and fagia.
FYI, we are not talking about cameras for taking photos. We are talking about clothes. So we're talking about manguo zenye zimetoka, unaona hizi second hand tunasemanga zimetoka majuu. Yes, we're talking about camera.
Yeah, so first camera ndio ile poa. So first camera you have to give it your best price, a good price. Then second camera will be a bit cheaper than first camera, and that's the same to fagia. Fagia ndio zile unasikianga nilienda gikomba nikapata nguo ya 30 bob. It's from there. Huwezi pata kamera ya 30 bob. So when you get your first cameras, one thing you should do is to add value to the items you've gotten. For example, if it's dresses, what is adding value, you may ask? Adding value is ironing them. If you have a shop, buy the dummies and display them well. Have a good lighting at your shop. Let your shop bloom. Let people look at the dresses and have first thought of buying it. You don't want to give people to think about, do I buy it? Do I not buy it? It has to capture them and they have to buy. And they have to buy. So you have to categorize. And in terms of pricing, I think for me, I will say your intuition, or just generally looking around. How much do people sell dresses at this place? How much is the expensive dress of mtumba in this area? So that's how you price. Because even a dress of mtumba can go for 1,500 or even 2K, and that again depends with the location.
And others even are very highly priced.
Yes, it depends with their location. Someone who is selling at a mall can sell it at 3K. Someone who is selling it in maybe just an estate somewhere in a shop can sell it at 800. Same quality, but now the location determines it
because
all.
Of the expenses involved. Now you look at what I spent from the buying to the transport to the location, everything involved.
Exactly.
Now add on top of that, can you get something? Also looking at the market around.
So someone might ask, how do I look at first camera? First camera basically ni kitu imeshika rangi, kitu jeraruka anywhere, kitu tu mali safi, kitu mpya, kitu safi, hiyo ndio first camera. Now mostly you find second camera ni zile zimefade but si sana. Kanaonekana but kaonekana. Iko na ka quality.
Iko na ka ish tu kidogo.
Kadogo. Second camera ni zile pia unaweza pata imeraruka. Maybe for example hapo kwa joint. Unapeleka kwa fundi na stitchiwa na unaweza uza bado. Fagia ni ile tu hata ukiona hizo nguo inakaa kujihurumia. Inakaa tu kujihurumia. Sasa hiyo ndio fagia. Unapata mtu anauza ameuziwa hata 20 bob huko kwa soko, wanapeleka huko mashinani, wanaenda wanaziuza 50 bob. Those are fagias now.
So what are some of the challenges of this mtumba business? Because it looks like it's viable and people can actually invest in it. But can you just prepare people's minds? One, Gikomba market vile iko, because me I still have trauma from Gikomba market. Hey!
Why?
Oh Lord. Okay, I got used to the market at some point. Hey, but the first days, karibu nilie machozi. And then I remember my first experience, I tried to go, I puked.
Why?
The smells were left, right, and center.
Were you pregnant?
And no. This is the first time now. Sijazoea. So ukoda mara umeskuma, mara you have to be. So I'm telling you, when I remember that first day, I went back home and I was telling my husband, hey, apana, this is not me. But do you know, I still was able to get through it. Of course, niliingia nikajuana na watu wakanipea, this is how you go about it. So what are some of the challenges? Can you prepare somebody's mind, ukiingia hapa, you will face this, and how you can overcome them?
Okay. The challenges are quite many. Let's now talk about those people who are going there to purchase so that they can sell to other people. Now when you go there, unajua watu wanaingianga Gikomba na nikienda kutafuta mali sitakosa. You can go to Gikomba and come back empty-handed.
True.
You can go with your 50K and come back with nothing.
Or come back with everything that is nothing.
That's okay. Yeah. So the thing is, there when you go, you have to prepare your mind that naenda pale kama mtu wa kukula kamera. I'm going to get camera. Then who is the person who is giving me camera? You have to identify them. And when you are new, they won't give in to give you the cameras cause wana believe haujui kamera ni nini. So wakikukatia bail wanaona utawachoma cause you will take less pieces, leave most of the cameras, na wewe ndio wamekuprioritize na hakuna mtu atachukua tena cause you find umekatiwa bail, watu wengine wamekuzunguka hapo, wewe ndio unakula kamera umeketi juu. umeketi kwa kibanda juu na mama wa kukata. So usipokula hiyo nguo vizuri, unajua ile unatupa ile yenye utaki, unatupa yenye utaki. When you throw them away, then the people who are surrounding you takes it as second camera. So eventually unachoma ule mwenye bill. So you can go there and beg for someone to give you nice dresses. Wanakwambia no, hiyo ni ya mtu wa kamera wangu. What will you do? You'll have nothing to do other than pick the second cameras, the one that people now the first cameras don't want, wamezitupa kando. So that's challenge number 1. Uwezi enda na ukapata tu kamera kama bado waje kufamiliarize, wajeona potential yako, wajejua kama utakula kamera. You also
have to have the capacity to take quantity.
Yes, quantity. When someone opens that bell for you, you got yes. And normally they aim at getting almost the money they've bought the bell with from the person who is taking the camera. So if you are not going to be the person, then expect
Kanyaga
nothing. Kanyaga kubwa.
Very big ones.
Yeah. Secondly is what you have mentioned, that Gikomba is such a chaotic place. Kusukumwa is there. Kuongeleshwa vibaya is there. Uko unaweza ongeleshwa mpaka ujichukie wewe mwenyewe useme hey please it's my money, but we don't care if it's your money. That's the mentality there. They don't care if it's your money. Watakwambia nguo haiozi, weka hapo, toka kwa kibanda yangu enda.
There you have to be hardcore.
You have to
Uwezi survive.
Uwezi survive. So there are many challenges. Capital, maybe if you don't have enough capital, also it's a problem, because now it means you have to start there below. But it has no problem. I went with 2K. I didn't pick camera, I picked second cameras, and still I came and sold them. You get? So it's not a problem to start with little money. Just start where you can. Yeah. Those are the challenge. Uko, it's muddy when it's rainy. It's so muddy. Yeah, you just have to cope. Uko hakuna maisha ya starehe sana.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you what kind of tell us one experience you remember? In that gikomba, ile moja yenye unajua where this one is in the books somewhere. Just tell us, especially when you are still learning the market.
Acha nikikumbuka. Now as I was getting through the pajama market, I remember I had a girl I'd befriended. So I told her to talk to the woman who is giving us the pajamas in camera to give it to me. Where sijua alifikiria aje siku ya kwenda kukula kamera. Let me tell you Maina, I was left at the far end. Later to realize watu washaanza kukula kamera huko. Mimi niliachwa na huko mbele. I came begging, nirushie hiyo moja, nirushie hiyo moja. Wapi? Ako ananirushia, ako ananiongelesha.
With there.
Hey. So that lady left me hanging. Yani aliniachanisha vibaya. So I went and talked to that lady mwenye alikuwa anakata bell. Akaniambia, wewe uwezani, wewe utawezana. Let me tell you, with the kind of a heart I have, a small heart, I cried. I went home crying. I felt bad. It's like that lady really demeaned me in a bad way. So I really felt bad.
They don't sugarcoat. Ni hivyo ndivyo watakuambia na ni hivyo ndivyo itakuwa.
Hawajali wao. They don't care. So that's one moment I really felt bad to be belittled. And I really went back with nothing at home. But later on, I really maneuvered and got good things, and I became a pro and a hardcore.
You've reminded me the first day the things I went back home with. I didn't even know I was carrying children's clothes. Me, I've gone there to get dresses. And then you just see, the way they are still in the bill, you might not even tell this is what. Sometimes getting confused is very easy. So I was now getting home, and then I'm looking at these dresses. What was I picking? These are clothes for children. I just looked at how they looked like, and you don't have the time to even think. Unachukua juu ni supu, kumbe ni nguo za watoto.
Hey,
Mimi, I think somehow you just learn, and then you always come back better. The next time you go to gikomba, trust you me, you will definitely make better decisions. By the time you're going there 5 times over, or even depending with how sharp you are, you will definitely be able to do something. Unakuwa tu pro mpaka unaingianga huko ukiwe sasa ndio unasema kenye unataka, because you know what happens there.
Yeah.
So tell us your success story, one of your success stories that can encourage someone.
Wow. Well, I can say one of my success story is moving from picking to buying a bill and to selling bills. That's one of a major success story I can say. It has not been an easy journey. Of course, some papas are pushed.
Yeah.
Mine was pushed. So I moved from picking bills. I remember buying 1 bill. I remember I could afford 2 bills. I remember I could even have some capital to buy like 10 bills from someone, so that at least when you buy a big quantity of bills, for example, and the person selling to you knows that you are a reseller, they give you at a cheaper price. Kidogo tu, cheap price kidogo tu. So that's what I did. I broke, and then again I grew my capital, and then I started now buying my own bills.
Wow.
I can't remember what it felt like.
Story.
Yeah, it's not even at in kitambo hivyo sana. Last year somewhere in October, and I can say one thing is I have favor. I have favor, especially with people who held my hand through all the journey, through all the process. They really were patient with me. They showed me the right way, and I can just thank God for that. It's doable. It may seem simple as I say it, but it has not happened in one day. Remember, it's just last year that I started selling my own bills. Yeah. And I've started selling mitumba in 2020. So that's 4 years. 4 years. 4 years of patience, 4 years of hard work, 4 years of failing and feeling like, it wasn't meant for me. And sometimes when I feel like that, I even disappear on social media and all these things.
The way I see you do those things, unanikalianga ni kama tu unakuanga ukienda kuenda. Mimi failure yako sijawahi ona.
I was yona. That's why they say people show you what they want you to see. But
wow.
It's a journey.
It's a journey. So guys, I mean, you can just start today. If you know you don't have a job, ingia hapo chukua piece moja mbili. In fact, I see people take pieces there and sell them right there in gikomba. Yes. So kukosa pesa kwa hii dunia ni
kujitakia.
Ni wewe kuta? Because to be honest, hey, you can just go there na ubahatike. Mimi nimewahi bahatika na camera, the way you're saying, mtu anachukua nguo anatupa just because unaweza pata ameona quality yake, but they are like, this is not what I want to sell. They know what they are looking for. And that is how I got into camera, even me, by just staying there and being patient. Mimi nitakula tu hizo zenye mnatupa, but you realize people will still have those good clothes and give you. So
plus also possible. People tastes ni different. Unaweza pata taste yangu ya hiyo kitu yenye nimetupa hapo kando, si taste yangu but ni kitu kali.
Exactly.
No, unajua ni kitu kali na unaweza uza.
And your market knows what they want. So you realize unapata huyo anaeka hapo not because ni mbaya, but because to them that's not what they have branded themselves for. So you can't lose hope for this.
No.
Wow. So Light, just conclude this video with sharing the best you can to just somebody who wants to start this kind of business, and anyone who probably is unemployed. Just help them have a foundation to where they can start, and probably just encourage someone, and now we can conclude.
Okay, so to anyone who wants to start, starting is the hardest thing you can ever think you can even think and process it. But starting is the challenge. Just going out of the comfort zone to start is the hardest thing people face. But I dare you to start. Start where you are. Start with what you have, because starting nowadays is easy. You can be at the comfort of your house taking photos and posting them and still make money. So start, have that faith, move with faith, move with belief. There's nothing as good as believing in yourself, as believing that you can do it, you can achieve it. I'm telling you, if I set my mind on something, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So set your mind right into it. Of course, seek God's advice, or just listen from God what God directs you to do, because let me tell you, you can have everything and lack wisdom, and you become nothing. So start with what you have, start where you are. Even if it's 500 bob, go buy something for 500, come and take a picture, resell it at 800, even 1,000 bob. That way you're building your camera. Let no one discourage you when you go to the market, especially. Let me tell you, watu wanaweza kukubelittle, watu wanaweza kukudowngrade. You can easily give up on yourself, but try and block the noise. At the end of the day, it's your life. At the end of the day, you want to see it working for you and no one else. So be determined to make it, and you will make it. No money is too little, no money is too much. Just start. Yes.
Just start. She's talking and I feel like I'm in gikomba already. I mean, the way she's talking here, even her voice just makes you feel like, wow, I think I'm convinced to actually do this. So guys, don't fear. This thing is doable. If somebody entered there with just 2,000 shillings and today she's here, bill seller. I mean, Light is, ukiingia gikomba, I'm sure that name hautakosa kupata njia ya kumpata, because she sells bills noticeably. So guys, thank you so much, Light. That was so much of a good conversation, and really, we have really enjoyed having you on set today. And guys, nataka mtengeneze pesa, and that is why Light was here today. Otherwise, Power Talk kama kawaida, real, raw and candid. Subscribe, like, share as many times as possible. See you guys later.